Hi everyone, I'm Patrick from Ayala Premier. I'm a property specialist, or you might call me a real estate salesperson, but the end, either way is fine because I'm someone who earns his money by making you a lot more money through real estate. So today we're going to be talking about Arca South. Without further delay, let's go ahead and do that. Are you guys ready for the next BGC? But for the people around my age and definitely for the people before us, you're probably familiar with how BGC looked like more than a decade ago. And who knew it would become the big central business district it is today? Well, to be frank, to answer my own question, probably the developers and all the investors themselves, because that's how real estate works, right? To give you a better perspective on this, a one-bedroom unit in One Serendra, an Ayala Premier project in BGC, used to cost only around 5 million pesos back then. Today, for the same type of unit, we're probably looking at something like 20 million pesos more or less. So this is an amazing opportunity taken advantage of by people before. Unfortunately, a lot of us missed out on this. Here's where Arca South comes in. It's also located in Taguig. It's in fact only 4.5 kilometers away from the airport, 5 kilometers away from BGC, and 7 kilometers away from Makati, forming some sort of a triangle. Also previously known as FTI, or the Food Terminal Incorporation, Ayala has bought this land and has invested billions of pesos to make it into its next BGC, a 74-hectare mixed-use estate that is set to be the next booming central business district. If you missed out on BGC, you wouldn't want to miss out on this. So to get further into details, let me answer some of the questions you probably have in mind. What's in it? What's the structure of the estate? Who are the recent investors? And what makes it so special? So to begin, like I said, it's a 74-hectare mixed-use estate, which means expect to see offices, restaurants, hotels, parks, and residential towers, and the like. So similar to BGC, in terms of structure, you'll also have something like Bonifacio High Street in Arca South, which you should be able to see on your screen right now. Moving on, in terms of investors, we have, you probably can see a list on your screen as well, so I won't go through them one by one to save us time, but I'll mention a couple. We have 56 Central by Daiichi Properties. We have Savia Financial Center by Arta Land as well. In case you didn't know yet, even if BGC is developed by Ayala, other developers are still present in the estate. In Arca South, however, it will be developed purely by Ayala to make it as synchronized as possible. Ever wonder why Apple's iPhones and more recently their MacBooks work so well? It's because all the parts inside are made for each other, making it outstandingly efficient and exclusive. That's what Arca South will be, except compared to BGC, it's only mid-rise. So what makes Arca South so special? Actually, aside from it being the next BGC, it has its own major selling point. What I mean by this is in terms of accessibility, when you're going to the south or the south area, you're probably going to end up passing by Arca South regardless, because all future road infrastructures more or less will lead to the estate. To give you an example of some, we have a dedicated skyway exit for Arca South in the future, and next up we have our own, one of my favorites, we have our own intermodal Taguig Exchange Center that will allow you to travel to and from Arca South using different modes of transportation conveniently, similar to the ones in Taipei and Seoul. So very nice and very ambitious idea. Next up, last but not the least, we have our own stop in our own Metro Manila subway. So if you're traveling around the metro and you're lazy to drive, just take the train, the subway, and you're there and you're back. So very enticing idea for those who will decide to live in Arca South, and definitely for those who will invest in Arca South. So that concludes my summary of Arca South. I hope it helped. If you want to learn more about where to invest, actually Ayala Premier has a couple of projects in Arca South wherein you can invest. So let me talk about that more next time, but if you want a private presentation that will allow me to talk to you about your needs and accommodate your concerns, then please feel free to contact me, and I'd be more than happy to present the projects to you.